the best Ironmen. They are setting off for a board, then a ski, then a swim. They are away in the board for the second race of the accumulator at Portsea. It looks reasonably flat out the back at the moment as the boys are heading west to try and make the best of these conditions.
You just see it's such a different place. Like every other race, when the gun goes, there's a line of boards running out. Here, because they're trying to get in the right position, you'll see that they're all over the place and trying to pick the actual spot going out. And a lot of them are going out to the right. So the right-hand side is where they're trying to pump out to, because there's the rip and the water's moving out at a rate of knots out to sea.
Indeed, and out to sea is our man Trevor Hendy. Trev, come in. What's the conditions like?
I'm back, guys. I'm back. I disappeared out to sea in the Portsea Rip, but I'm here now. It's all good. Look, it's amazing conditions. It's just perfect for what you get to know Ironman racing for. It's challenging. You don't know what's going to happen next. The swells, the sets there's a couple, 7 or 8 foot almost coming through now. There's a good gap in between them, but when they do come through, there's 2 or 3 in a row that'll really dump you. So the board paddlers now are just starting to hit that middle break, and then they've got about 500 metres before they get out to me where the board turning can is.
Trev, I dropped my toe in the water this morning and it felt like it was around 17 degrees. Pretty cool out there with the wind blowing in. The competitors going to their second race. Hypothermia, possibly something that could be a problem for some of them.
Your toe's doing pretty good, Leachy, because it was 17.2 degrees, so nicely rounded off. But, you know, the big thing is actually the wind. It's we just noticed before that all of a sudden it's like the wind all of a sudden went across the icebergs or something, because it just got chilly. So they're sitting up above the water most of the time, and they're not really feeling it because they're paddling, the heart rate's up. But when they get in, they rest, they don't have time to warm up. Second or third race, like we saw at Bondi, which really affected Shannon next time, I reckon they'll start to feel the pinch.
Looks like, Trev, there's a swell building out the back.
There is a couple of swells. There's no huge sets coming, but there's a couple of 5 or 6 footers. And the one who's really flying on the runs at the moment is Shannon Eckstein. I think he's got worked out you've got to get on that first wave.
Yeah, well, he had a good first race, didn't he? And he'd be sitting pretty at the minute knowing that Hugh Doherty's not in a great position for the series win. As we see, Tom Atkinson buries the front of his actual board. So it's tricky out there. He's buried the front of the board, nearly came off.
There's a great turnaround by Tommy Atkinson, a 15th the first round, a 16th at Bondi, and then we saw him at Coolum pull out, absolutely got smashed a few times and had nothing left and had to pull out the mid-race guy.
Yeah, it's good boost for him to come back and do so well here. And, you know, when you're sick like that and have to pull out, it's shattering. And that's hurt him in the series. But you know what? He can make amends today and get some good results and really get his confidence back.
Well, like we saw the last race, Wes Berg is also out there as the swells start to build. And a lot of guys, Wes Berg on this one, and the first one on a wave, and Tom Atkinson missed it. Well done, Wes Berg.
Unlucky for Tom Atkinson, because he was in second. He's now going to get swamped by third, fourth and fifth, who are going to come flying past him, but it's Wes Berg out in front.
Well, Wes Berg was cagey, then he jumped onto the wave and he turned back towards Tom Atkinson and blocked Tom Atkinson in a way to actually get down the wave. So it was a bit of clever surfing from Wes Berg to sort of really take the actual line that Tom Atkinson had and take that from him. As we see Reece Drury on the inside here, Matty Poole's on the outside of him, Zane Holmes is in there as well. So there's a big cluster of competitors that are in that second pack behind Wes Berg, who's leading.
Wes Berg leads them up the beach, though, the veteran. His wife is at home. She's 9 and a bit months pregnant, Nicole. Keep calm back at home. He's doing the job, your man, though, Wes Berg. He leads the field by about 60 to 70 metres. Pierce Leonard went his entire own route, Guy Leach, and got to the cans first. Gutsy.
Took the big call, went left, and it pulled 50 metres on the field. He's come back now around the turn, and he's just cracked a little wave as out the back there's a monster coming in for the other competitors. Trev, what's happening?
Well, Shannon Eckstein is actually the one who's way back now, and I have not yet seen Hugh Doherty come around the cans. Hugh, our series leader, and Shannon, who's come second, are like 13 places off the lead at the moment.
Wes Berg doing everything he can to hang on to the ski, but Pierce Leonard, Trevor Hendy, it was a gutsy move. Were you surprised to see him head so far east on the course?
I actually spoke to Pierce just before the start of the race, and he said that's what he wanted to do. He thought if a decent sized set's coming up, he will head to the east and he'll chance it, particularly on the ski, and it worked.
Well, it is a stroke of genius. There is Pierce Leonard, beautifully called by our own Trevor Hendy, the 6-time Australian Ironman champion that the current Ironmen come to and ask for advice. That's how good he is, but it is Pierce Leonard first up on the beach. And Guy Leach, he's got to have 90 to 100 metres on the field.
He's got a good lead. He's the current Australian Ironman champion, the short course champion. So this kid Can Go. He had a year out. He had back surgery, took a year out, and couldn't compete because of that. And he is back. He's strong, and he's showing just why he is such a great Ironman. As Zane Holmes, who won the first race in a sprint finish with Reece Drury, comes out of the water second. So Zane is sitting in a great position and has such a strong swim leg. So don't discount Zane having a real go at Pearce here and trying to pull back the lead. The big news is that our boy Hugh Doherty, the leader of the series, has damaged his ski, had to borrow another surf ski, and now he's on some other craft going back out at the back of the field.
So it is Pearce Leonard, Nicole leading Zane Holmes and Kai Hurst. Now, you love your swimming. Tell us about this man's technique.
Well, that was Zane Holmes that we just saw a shot of. I love watching Zane Holmes compete in all of his formats. He just looks so beautiful. And in particular, when he is running, I love seeing him run. But we look at the stroke, I think, of Kane Eckstein now in this shot. And I guess in terms of his technique, it's a little bit... it is Pearce, in fact. It's still Pearce leading it out there. So this is the technique of Pearce. He's rating very, very fast out there, so really holding the intensity. His elbows aren't particularly high, as we see some struggling going on from Hugh Doherty again.
That's our race leader now. He has got the curse of Liz Plumans. The same thing. Can you believe that these guys are so strong?
The black leaders jersey.
I know. And like, he's a good surfer. There's no doubt that this kid is good in these type of conditions, but Pearce Leonard's got that classic stroke of a surf swimmer, that he throws his arms more out to the side, lifts his head up high when he breathes it, and that's Hugh Doherty's ski, and that's been cracked. So what's happened is it's taken a crack down the side of the ski. It's filled up with water. They're hollow inside. They've had to empty that out because it's got litres and litres of water in it.
That is Kai Killer Hurst leading the field.
Well, he's coming into the wave area. He's looking over his shoulder, as Trev was saying before, trying to line the waves up. He's right in that spot again where it's basically a free ride in or swim in, and the waves are looming as they all sit and wait, and they try to time it, and you'll see them swim down the wave here as they push down. There's one on the wave, definitely. Two others got on the wave. I just don't know whether they're there, Trev.
There, Zane Holmes has held the wave. He is on the wave on his own. Woo! There he is. He's right in the surging spot too. Watch this wave. A very, very good body surfer. Watch this, it's going to peak up, we'll push him right through into the gutter. Absolutely perfect. Zane Holmes is on fire today.
Well, he's got a big lead here, as you can see on the screen there. Zane Holmes just fills in now in the gutter, but he surfed that all the way in. A great piece of surfing from Zane Holmes, and that's given him about a 25 to 30 metre lead, Trev.
Unbelievable lead, and the thing is, he's coming right onto the right side of the bank. He'll simply have to stand up and run up. He'll take out the second race. Right behind him, the other two that were actually leading that leg. Zane was sitting there in third, but Kai Hurst, Pearce Leonard sitting second, third. Pearce may pick up this little wave here. No, they're not going to pick it up. Zane's going to stand up, few rocks under his feet, and he's going to take his second win for the day.
Beautifully called by Trevor Henry. You saw the six-time Australian Ironman champion there on the ski, only metres from the leaders, and he has called Zane Holmes. He's tipped him to take it out today. It has been a wonderful result so far by Zane, and he's the first onto the beach, Guy Leach.
Well, Zane Holmes, no one beats him up the beach with his sprint finish. He is so strong, and he has deservedly won this second race. Puts him in a perfect position, Nicole, to go into this third race, his favourite for this event today.
Well, taking out the first and the second race, what a reinvigorated Zane Holmes after taking a year off. The return of this series, he's a 5-time Nutrigrain champion previously, and he really is loving being back here.
He knows the job's not done, but by geez, 2/3 of the way there. High fives to the crowd, to the man they call Zappa. That is the first 2 race wins here at Portsea for Zane Holmes. The rest of the field, though, all important. Anything can happen, as we've seen. A big wave can knock out any competitor. And the race for second and third is on, Guy Leach.
Pearce Leonard.
Well done by Pearce Leonard too. He took his own route. He looks to have come in second position, and that's a wonderful performance by a man who did his own thing.
Is that Kai Hurst in third position? I'm just trying to look back. Kai Hurst, so he's been solid today. He's had, what, 2/3 now in the first 2 races. He's up there. Kane Eckstein with the white cap is coming through. That might be his brother on his own. That's Reece Drury. Reece Drury comes through behind Kane Eckstein, and Matty Pool's making up the top few.